Now it is placed within us. Nabhi Chakra also has got two sides, left and right. On the left hand side of Nabhi Chakra is placed a center, or you can call it a chakra or a sub-chakra, called as this Chandra, means the moon. It's the moon center on the left hand side, and right hand side is the sun center. And they are placed exactly on the moon line and the sun line, that is first the Ida and the Devi. These two centers are the 2 points up to which we can move from left to right. Beyond that, when you start doing, you cross the limits. Now these 2 centers, when localized, see, they have a vertical vibration, the flow are vertical. But when they are localized in that point, how we spoil them, we must understand it. Left Nabhi and right Nabhi are interdependent on each other. If you pull too much of left Nabhi, or work too much on left Nabhi, right Nabhi can also catch. But say we'll take one by one. Now the left Nabhi is normally, if you eat food at somebody's house who is a sort of a spiritualist, or who is giving a prasad, like say Satya Sai Baba, this horrible fellow, those vibhutis as they call it, because it comes from the cremation. You see that ash. All these things, all this type of food, when you eat, a person who believes in the past, in Sanskrit, past is bhut, is the word for past, or you can call it in the subconscious. That food carries the vibrations. A person who has cooked specially that kind of food can give you one left now. To begin with. Now left Nabhi gives you superstitious development. Very superstitious. You become superstitious. You get frightened of things, small things. Even inside yoga you find such a person superstitiously behaving. And these superstitions are very, very dangerous. Now to how to overcome this left Nabhi problem is to leave everything as far as superstition is concerned. Now see, you see a cat crossing the road. Now you know that it's a bad thing. You cross that road deliberately. You say that right hand has to be put for this and left hand has to be put for that. By mistake you do something. Just go ahead with it. Don't get frightened of anything at that time. You see, it frightens. Superstitions come out of fear and fright that is built. Any superstition whatsoever. Now, you can take it in a wider thing. For example, people are superstitious about nations. Oh, he is Jew, he is Greek, he is Russian, he is Indian, he is British. You see, sort of these are collective superstitions which are impressed on us so much that we are superstitious and we start judging them accordingly. So the superstition can be only overcome by facing them directly. All right, see what happens. Any small or big or collective. As I said, a small thing like a cat passing is a small one. In a big way, people will say, there are all kinds of superstitions. If you can think about anything like, say now Alex is a pilot, and he knows that how pilots work on superstitions. And they work on omens and things, and they go to fortune tellers and ask them whether this is good or that is bad or not. The more they do it, the more they catch. And the more they do it, it becomes a bad omen for them. You see, it's such a vicious circle, it goes on building them. Now, the essence of the whole thing is that See why we are afraid? Because we are afraid of the subconscious domination. We are trying to get rid of the subconscious domination. That's what we are afraid of. But as a result of superstitious nature, we fall more into the subconscious. I start accepting it. Now, a case I will tell you. In India, there's a girl, Nirmala, you know very well. She has a left navi. Most of the Jainis they have, Jain people, they have. The reason is they are brought up like superstitions. Because Mahavira himself told them that don't go near the subconscious, and he described the whole subconscious. So all his disciples have become a slave of subconscious. Direct. Just imagine, what a shame it is. I mean, when you see that, you have to take his name, Mahavira's name. And he became so much abandoned about them, so much abandoned, that he went to such a limit that once he was walking on the road, and they said, don't go today because it's a bad day, and you will have some problem. He said, I will. He was going through a jungle, and then a wind started blowing, and he had one big cloth wrapped around his body, and the cloth got caught up in a bush. So people said, see, we had said that you should not have come, now you are half clothed now. So he cut his half cloth. So he was left with half. Then next time he was going somewhere, people said that don't go that way, there are too many problems and you'll have bad time. He said, what bad time will I have? So he was going and he found a man lying in a very bad condition and all wounds in his body and all the small, what you call this, germs and all flies, small
Maggots.
What's it called?
Maggots.
They were all trying to trouble him. So he covered with his body with his half cloth. He became They are so terrible in their superstitions, that they think that you should abandon it to such a limit that you shouldn't go to the barber. So they go on all the time picking their heads. See, they don't wear any dresses, nothing they wear. Can you imagine such horrible people? What's it horrible? You don't have to go to America for this. In India you can see this. Very nice. My husband was collector, see, of one district. And they invited us because there was some problem between these two sets of Shwetambaras and Digambaras. And the Shwetambaras are the people who wear white dress at least. But the Digambaras don't wear anything. Their gurus just move about like that. Absolutely without even a single thing on their body. And we, the collector and the Mrs. Collector were very nicely received, you see, welcomed. We went into a big gathering and sat there, and before us on a platform, can you imagine, all these naked people sitting. And they were putting their hands up and this, and they were putting all their hair from everywhere. It was such a funny situation. And my husband is a very shy fellow. See, he didn't dare to look. He said, what sort of do you know anything about it? I said, I know. But why did you tell me? And he was absolutely perspiring with shame. And at least 40 or 50 people sitting on top of your head there. Just you can't even raise your eye. Horrid, lanky, panky, dirty fellows sitting down there. They don't take their baths. And they go to such a limit of superstition. So this is one side of it. Now the Jains themselves, to what limit they went? You see, they said you shouldn't kill anybody. That's all. You should not kill anybody up to that point. But that went to such a limit that these Jains, what they do, they don't kill mosquitoes, they don't kill bugs, they don't have pesticides, they don't kill, because you put it off because